Ooh, that was very
Here we
slick to
go.
switch right to that.
So
Um,
slick. Thanks again
so
to our producer behind the scenes.
yeah, so Dave with this blank, I'm sure, boy, it feels like he should have something, but wow, the bingos available for Dave are really off the beaten path here. I just sort of ruined the surprise for myself and looked at Woogles' inbuilt analyzer to figure this out, but there are no 7-letter bingos playable with this rack, and there are only two 8-letter words, and I would not say that they're simple finds, either of
Oh,
them.
no. Not at all. So it might be, there might be a chance that Dave doesn't go for a bingo here, not really seeing anything worthwhile, but he finds Roborant, which is really
Nicely
odd
done.
looking word. Yeah, nice find. It's second best to Pronator through the Owen pardons, because this gives back humongous playback for Lukeman. But Lukeman, instead of playing in either of these spots, is going to bingo himself.
Yep,
Vainlet.
oh yeah, the Roborant, as Josh said, gives such big counterplay. But the funny thing is, it may benefit Dave here if he
Yeah,
draws quite well, and
and look at those.
He can play X-ray here, and the top left of the board, only
Easy 70
valid
points.
in the Collins lexicon. That's a word I
65,
often
right?
miss. I'm sorry, what's that?
I think it's 65.
You're right. Yeah, that's amazing if you did that in your head, which I know you did. I definitely need the the analyzer to give me the scores, but I am proud to say I saw the actual word immediately without having to look. And oh my God, check this out! Edacious is going to be
Whoa.
played. Oh,
Oh, man.
oh my God.
And I mean, it's still a game like YEW for, or sorry, something like YEH for Dave is going to score 50 points. But look at that. We had Pardon, Misfare, Moisture, and then a Roborant, Tensile, X-Ray, Audacious, back to back to back to back, 60 plus point plays. That is incredible. Definitely more of a banger than the other game.
Yeah, for sure. This is way back and forth, and we're going to see a big play that gets the game close to even. Not only, so you could see YEH, but also WEY, way, is a valid word that goes down in that same spot and keeps the really nice chip leave, which that just has great scoring synergy to it. So Dave definitely with a fighting chance here, and we'll see what happens. Ooh, he plays
Hmm.
Chewy instead. I wonder what the thought process was there. That seems like I would rather take the extra 9 points.
I mean, because now look what's gonna happen. Joe maybe is gonna, or even Goji, Goji for
Goji for 69
60.
points is
Yeah,
gonna
yeah, I was trying
is it's gonna Goji down
to.
on the board. Sorry,
Wow,
folks.
I was trying to count it, man. I was so close, but the computer beat me again. Yeah, Goji. Let's get some Goji berries in the chat. I wonder if there's any emote that
A
looks like
Goji
a
emote,
Goji
yeah.
berry.
Who
Um,
knows?
we have maybe we have Goji Matsumoto in the chat or Goji Scrabble.
Definitely, yeah. There's definitely some good Scrabble G's. But even if he doesn't see that, he's still up by 32 going into this play, and even just JO or JOE in that spot is going to hit pretty hard. Goji would be a considerable improvement over those plays, but a 61 point J play is still going to put Lukeman in really good shape, in really good position here. So hopefully he comes up with that play of Goji along the side of Roborant. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Again, Chewy is very dangerous to leave the spot Roborant created open. As we can see, the lesser spot um, next to the R and the O was able to score 60 plus points. And now we see the other spot 60 plus points again. QI for 64. What is going on here?
Still a game. Yeah, amazingly, it is
A
still a
slugfest.
game. Um, So, wow, that's surprising. Dave is definitely has some chances here. I would have. So now you can see almost karmic retribution for not playing Goji
Yeah.
is
Another
another
G.
G finding its way onto Lukeman's rack. That's unideal, but I think, wow, he has a really nice overlapping play. Underneath Haler, he could play Owing for a really nice score
Ooh,
with this junky set
that's
of towels.
nasty.
That looks pretty nice. The problem, though, is that it puts him up by a fair margin, but not enough that if Dave has a bingo through one of the letters of Chewy, he's going to make things very difficult for Lukeman down the stretch of the game. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Will,
First,
what
he's
are
got to
you
see it.
are you thinking of your Chewie impression right now? Do you
As
have
in,
one?
as in Chewbacca, like.
Yeah. Okay. We got it, folks. We got there. We made it. But yeah, Owing, I mean, you gotta play it if you see it, but it's still dangerous position. You still FGG. Not really going anywhere. So we'll see. So
Yeah.
I can't
Oh, did my
focus
Chewy impression throw you off?
a little bit. Um,
That's not one we've heard on this channel before, I don't think.
Genji, what was your last one? What did you I mean, I can do impressions. I just don't want to do the same ones. I don't want to insult anybody, and I want to do ones that I'm decent at. I think your last one was Joel Horn, and I've made a few mistakes in the past. I don't want to I don't want to repeat those. Donald Trump. Yeah, no, this is not happening.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Get
I
out
mean,
of
it's
here with
fun.
those.
Yeah, it's fun, but maybe I mean, we'll stick to just meat, maybe. I could get rid of it. What can we replace it with?
No, I'm totally down to do impressions. I just don't want don't want to insult anybody. That's all.
Yeah, that is the fine line with the impressions thing too. So I have to walk that line myself. So Lukeman's taking a while on this turn, though. I must say, he's
Oh, you
at.
there? Sorry, I think we lost you there for a second.
Oh, I'm still here.
Yeah, you're still there.
I was just saying we're imagining Lukeman thinking about finding something through that E of Chewy that's sufficiently blocky. That would be a great, but I don't think he has a great play like that.
Yeah, it's hard if you don't see the play of Owing. I mean, nothing else even comes close. Okay, let me try to do Michael Fagan. I think you might do a better one, but um, so really have some junk on this rack of two G's, an F, a W, and Twiggin. What a weird word. I hate Collins. Twiggin is definitely not a an NWL word. I've studied all of those.
It's
But yeah,
pretty good. It's
that's
pretty
not
good. You
very
have
it's
the
not very good.
cadence. You've got the cadence right.
No, you do a much better one, but
Yeah,
nobody.
but that man, it just coming in. I may have to save everyone from themselves here and take it out and put something else, like Josh tells a story or something. Um,
Maybe.
but yeah,
I mean, there's not much time left. I think we're fine.
but yeah, look
Um,
at this. Okay, so
Minter.
Dave plays Oba for
Yeah,
26, a good score. He's clearly trying to be patient and see if he can go for the outscoring tack here. Um, the scary move jumping out to me of Keef parallel to
yeah, I
Twiggin. I
saw
don't
that
think you
too.
can ever play that here. It's just
Especially
too
with the
risky.
Z, Tiz
Yep.
would be
Too
disaster.
risky with the Z out. You can never play that. I guess maybe just fiked through the E of Chewy, and unfortunately, you have to live with the threat of something like Ella Peen here down to the T of Twiggin. There were bingos, but Dave, I think it's a little too late. I don't think he's going to be able to bridge this gap and threaten any bingos here. What do you think, Josh? Does he have a way?
Yeah, it's probably a non-zero chance you can win this game. Um, Tis for 36. What does that even do? I don't know. You're kind of in a weird spot where you have too many letters to get rid of at the same time, so you have to go for specific words. Terry King Rao about to clinch CSW Light. We'll go
Very
back to that.
nice.
We'll go
Yeah,
back to that very soon, but
yeah.
that's very exciting. I don't know. Do you play Tiz? Does Tiz ever work? Possible you can play Tiz for 36. You're down 17 and you can threaten a bingo or something. And
I
Lukeman,
changed the channel point reward.
oh yeah, Zep as well being suggested. That might be 12, 14. Yeah, it's 39 points. I don't know. Is there even any bingo you can draw with AEEPV? Looks pretty dire, and I think this is what the third or fourth time these players have Lukeman and Koenig have played, and I think Lukeman's won every single time, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, and that is primarily why Lukeman is running ahead in the standings of Dave Koenig, of just that really strong head-to-head record in this tournament so far. And that's how it goes sometimes. It's just you need such a long time horizon in Scrabble to figure out, who's got the edge in an individual matchup. And then some tournaments you just run into somebody who's roughly as strong as you are, and they beat you 3 or 4 times running in that tournament. And you say to yourself, God, how did that happen? But that's just Scrabble for you, I think.
Man, nobody's sending me any love. They'd rather annoy me with these impressions.
Nobody sending love. Nobody has enough
Thank
channel
you, Will.
points.
I mean, thank you, Will.
There
Oh,
we go.
Zando!
You can
Zando in the
always
chat.
rely on Zando Toaster for the wholesome, positive content. Nice to see Zando. Shout him out. Thanks, Josh. Zando, who I sort of ran into on Twitch when he was speed running Scrabble for PlayStation, and I love hanging out in Zando's chat, watching him speed run all manner of games. It's very entertaining. So definitely recommend a Scrabble friendly speedrunner, Zando Toaster. Hopefully, get a couple follows out of that. But he sends you love, Josh. That's better. That you don't need love from anybody else.
Okay, so what if you play Haze and draw the L and the D?
that's that's not a bad idea, I guess. If you can't come up with any other play that gives you any chance, that is a play that might give you a chance if you draw those hooks. Just by the nature
Oh.
of that draw of the D and the L, you know that Lukeman's rack is going to be terrible as well, right? He's going to have AEEINOU, which doesn't even score, it doesn't do anything, and it's going to be next to impossible to block the hooks. So maybe that's as good of a shot. Max already calculated that will not win. uh,
Where's EUOI?
I don't know. I assume he means yeah. I have well. Oh, I think he's maybe joking that you have to spell the words in that way. I'm not sure where
Oh,
he means though. Where would that go?
yeah, EUOI. I mean, yeah, not really sure. You can play with if, I guess.
He
Um,
might mean parallel to Twiggin.
yeah, with if. So, all right. I mean, let's calculate 35 for Hayes. That's 420 to 438. UOA is 10. 448 to I already lost it. 448 to 420. It's 20 points. And then you have yeah, pelvid isn't a word, but veld veld is 30 48. You're up 20 and you have PI, so you need 12 points with AEN. So yeah, it's probably not quite enough. Probably not quite enough. Etna is 15, and that wins by 3. Wow. Okay. Well, it was a good attempt. Thanks to Mac for solving that for me.
Just want to say there was no wow, the groupie cashing in. poker player skills in action, cashing in on the huge amount of channel points on no 9-letter word was played in the game between Dave Wiegand and Alex Seaholm. Um, so yeah, I'll try to think of more even. Maybe I should do like will players will there be one player draw both blanks or split blanks? Maybe that'll be the next.
Oh my god, sorry. Noah in chat Vilde suggested instead after Hayes and Uoi. I think that loses by 1 point. No, that wins by 1 point. Oh my god. Okay, so we know that the D is not in the bag. We know that Lukeman had the D when he played Fiked. But if that exact scenario occurred, Uoi seems to lose by 1 point. But
Wow. Well,
yeah,
either way, Dave is
sure there's
spending
better.
he's spending the entire time bank that he has trying to figure something out. This is definitely a nearly hopeless position for him, so it's going to be hard. In those positions, it's really tough to figure something out because there probably isn't anything. Instead, okay, he plays Sive up in the top of the board. I
Hmm.
wonder what his thought process was there. What could he have been going for? Try to put that together. I'm sure he'll check in and let us know what he was thinking. Um, Eloined, Eloined on Lukeman's rack doesn't look like it fits anywhere. So all he has to do is make sure that Dave doesn't have a particularly damaging play with his Z, and that should be it for him.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused about Sive. I'd like to hear from I guess he's setting up Za and yeah, okay. He's setting up Za for
Oh,
44, but
okay, that's reasonable. It can relatively easily be blocked here, of course. And then
yeah. But it's
what?
just so difficult in that position, but that's probably what he's going for. Just maybe Lukeman misses that Za goes up there with the ZE for 44.
And just note also that had Dave taken his chance and played Hayes and hoped for the DL draw, he's going to be getting hit with Eloined for an
Yeah.
absolutely enormous score here.
You
So,
would definitely hear Lukeman scream, "No, I'm DL."
yes, but bullet dodged for sure for Dave. Um, okay, so Lukeman just says, "All right, I'll give you your Z play, and let's just finish this one off." And that brings Lukeman one step closer to victory in the Collins division of the Crescent City Cup. We are in the tail end of things, the dramatic conclusion. Um, of this event. It's been such a treat to bring this event to you guys. Thank everybody that's watching for being here. I really, really appreciate it. Josh and I both. Um, it's been an awesome broadcast, and we are about to have the climactic final 2 rounds. Um, very exciting. I can't wait to see how this tournament wraps up.
Sistrocks, it's okay. You've arrived at the perfect moment. Like Will said, it's coming down to these last two games. Let's take a look at the standings as Ed comes down. 490, 440 win for Lukeman, taking Dave Koenig down again.